Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. So I abruptly decided to go live because there is a terrorist attack in Germany that is happening, or that happened just a few hours ago. Give me a second here. I don't even have much time, but I just want to talk about this very briefly. So I was just in Germany. Came back from there, saw how the environment, the political environment and political climate is right now. And as people are more and more outraged about immigration and terrorism and danger and safety and things like that, we suddenly get news of another terrorist attack. Another terrorist attack that happened today in one of the best places in Germany, actually, in Munich. Or München, which is in Bavaria, the capital city or the greatest city in Bavaria, in the southeastern state of Germany. It also ranks among the safest, or I think it is the safest city in Germany, the safest big city in Germany. Is known for being very stable, being politically very stable, economically very stable, very solid in terms of police reactions to things, lower diversity and all that, is usually known as a very good place. However, even there today, we have experienced a terrorist attack. No, Munich is not one of the best. You might say that, but statistically speaking, it is the safest city, the safest big city in Germany, and one of the safest, cities in Germany in general. So that's that. So the news is that there was a protest today in Munich held by a workers' union, by a service workers' union, attended by thousands of people. And during this protest by the workers' union, there's again a very big irony here at place. This is the protest here that was targeted was not a right-wing protest. It was not a Christian event. It was nothing like that. It was a center-left workers' union protest or event or rally where an Afghan immigrant, an Afghan refugee who was illegally in Germany, decided to go there and plow his vehicle into the crowd in order to kill as many people as possible. The good news is that right now, as it seems, I'm checking the numbers as we speak. So right now, the latest numbers are that between 28 or 30 people injured, some of them severely injured and currently being watched. We might have deaths, but currently there is no reported death. There are 30 injuries, including a toddler that is currently in life-threatening danger. A 2-year-old child was critically wounded in the attack and is currently being treated in a hospital, and the toddler's life is in danger as a result of this terrorist attack. This terrorist attack carried out by a terrorist who is of Afghan origin, of Afghan refugee origin. The Afghan refugee here in question is a guy who was in Germany as an illegal refugee. He applied for asylum, for refugee status. His refugee status was rejected, so he arrived in Germany. Apparently, according to what is known about him, his name is he's still alive. He's not dead. His name is Farhad N. He is some guy of whom we also have further photos. Let's see, where are those here? Liked to pose with his workout routine. He doesn't look like a typical Islamist. He doesn't look like a typical Islamist at all. And this is one of those things. People expect Islamists sometimes to be to look like Mohammed Hijab. Like not all terrorists look like Mohammed Hijab. Not all terrorists look like Mohammed Hijab. Not all terrorists have big beards and wear dresses or anything like that. Some terrorists, like this guy here, drive around in a Mini Cooper and wear stuff like this and work out and have muscles, go bodybuilding and stuff like that, and then pose and live this regular life, want to be cool and all that, and then decide one day, hey, you know what? I want to redeem myself. I want to do what's right by Allah. So I want to go and kill a bunch of infidels, want to kill a bunch of kuffar. So they go and carry out terrorist attacks. So yes, not all terrorists look exactly like Mohammed Hijab. Some of them might look like regular people who are just living their lives. But there comes a point for many of these people who might be just, sleeper terrorists, or who might just be regular Muslims, and who might simply practice might have lenient Islamic practices, and then one day they decide to just take it far because they gave up hope with their lives and think, I know what I'll do. I'll just drive into a crowd of non-believers. Then Allah will forgive me and Allah will love me. Allah will thank me for that. He will say, hey, man, that was a very, very good job. I was watching up here. I was looking down there. And then when you did that made me really happy. Here is Sabahat Mir saying, false flag, go yourself. Imbecile. Absolute imbecile. So anyway, here we have this bastard. He applied for asylum. Apparently he arrived in Germany in 2016. In 2016, when he was still a minor, and he's currently 24 years old. His asylum was rejected. His asylum application was rejected, so he was rejected as a refugee. However, he was not deported. You know why? Because European nations are retarded. Because Western nations are so beyond retarded. They rejected his asylum application, but they did not deport him. They kept him there because they thought, oh, it's he would have to be deported to Afghanistan, and Afghanistan is too difficult right now. So, we'll just have him walking around here, despite the fact that he's an illegal. So he appeals the process. He appeals the asylum application or the rejection, and they keep him there the entire time. The entire time. Instead of putting them in a place. I mean, how stupid can you be? You have a person who should no longer be there. You reject this guy's application. You don't allow him to legally be there. However, you still let him out and walk around among your people. A person who has no citizenship, no residency, no responsibilities toward you, nothing at all. And they say, well, it's too difficult to handle such a situation. We can't just deport him. We can't just send him away. What if nobody's... Who gives a shit? If this guy is rejected, if he's not a refugee, there are two possibilities. One, put them in a place where he will be detained until he is deported. And people want to compare this to, oh, it sounds like camps. It's not like camps. Why is he rejected to begin with? If he is rejected, put them in a place and keep him there until he is gone. Option number two, kick him out. Who cares? They're like, oh, well, no, it's too expensive to deport people. It's too expensive to deport refugees. Too expensive to transfer. Who cares? Just deport. Just push out of the borders. Why is it your trouble, you absolute imbeciles? Absolute morons. This is what's wrong with European nations. They have become so fake virtuous, so enslaved to the idiotic mindset of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that they are happy to endanger their lives, the lives of their own citizens, in order to be then fake kind to refugees who come here and who will carry out terrorist attacks. You don't have the responsibility to take care of these terrorists. The guy came from Afghanistan through Italy, by the way. So this is what happens. He he's an Afghan refugee who came to Italy. Then he decided from Italy to go to Germany. He probably thought, oh, I don't like Italy. I want to go to Germany. I want to live there. It's much better. Goes from Italy to Germany, and Germany rejects his asylum, his application, but then just keeps him there. I mean, he already came from one safe country through multiple safe countries to Germany. The least thing that Germany could do is to reject him and send him back to the last safe place that he came from. And then the last safe place that he came from can send him back to the next last safe place that he came from. And so on, until he is outside the borders of Europe, until he is outside the borders of the Western world. But no, you want to keep him there until the guy snaps and does what terrorists do. It's so ridiculous, man. So laughably, ridiculously absurd. Here we have the leader of the AfD, the Alternative für Deutschland, the alternative for Germany. And I have always been reluctant, endorsing or supporting certain political parties. If you're a German, don't be a freaking idiot. Support the AfD right now. Send a message. Here's the leader of the AfD, Alice Weidel.
Bitte. Haben wir Fragen? Abschieben, abschieben.
So the question came in about what should have been done or what should be done to the refugee who just carried out a terrorist attack. Her immediate response, she is clearly upset, is deport, deport.
Abschieben, abschieben. Ja, nein, nicht wie. Die Leute gehören hier nicht hin. Sie dürfen diese Leute erst gar nicht hier reinlassen. So fängt's an.
And she says, and don't start with why. The people do not belong here. You shouldn't even allow them to be here to begin with. Deport, 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 deport. That's it. That's exactly what I'm saying, and I hope that the AfD and others will not just keep it in words, but actually start implementing this kind of stuff. For so long, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, when the first waves of immigrant workers arrived in Germany and in Europe, they arrived as temporary visitors, as temporary workers. When they didn't want to return, the German state and others were like, okay, we have to send them back, but how? How can we send them back without without causing all kinds of trouble? How can we send them back without all the costs and without the funds and all that? And all of this stupid attitude, this stupid lack of action brought Europe to where it is right now. It should have been very, very easy back then. These people came here temporarily. That's what they were told. Now we don't want them anymore. So now, piss off. So much would have been changed. So much could have been different now, had Europe, acted appropriately and with strength, and just kicked people out who didn't belong and who weren't there, who weren't supposed to be there to begin with. The same thing should be done now. Stop discussing about how can we deport these people safely? How can we transfer them to a safe place? Who is going to take them? Who cares? Deport, man. Deport.
Genau. Asylantrag abgelehnt, nicht konkret. Weg mit diesen Leuten. Wenn Sie es wollen, dann können Sie diese Menschen abschieben. Und ich sage Ihnen, wir werden es tun. Wir werden Straftäter, abgelehnte Asylbewerber des Landes verweisen. Schluss aus, basta.
She's very angry. She says.
Weg mit diesen Leuten.
What?
Asylantrag abgelehnt, nicht konkret. Weg mit diesen Leuten. Wenn Sie es wollen.
So the asylum application rejected. Okay. Away with these people. Gone. Deport.
Dann können Sie diese Menschen abschieben. Und ich sage.
And if you want to do it, you can deport these people. And she says, and we say it, we will do it.
Und ich sage Ihnen, wir werden es tun. Wir werden Straftäter, abgelehnte Asylbewerber des Landes verweisen. Schluss.
We will deport criminals and rejected asylum seekers from the country. The end. That's what we will do. That's what we will do. I know. Pumping Priest said, curious how you will translate Schlussbuster aus. I was just thinking about the same thing. You can't really translate that, but it's just, I mean, it all means the same thing, but it's a very German way of saying, that's it. Done. We're done. We're finished. You're finished, boy. So she's very, very clear. These people should never be here to begin with. But once you have registered certain people as criminals, or once you have rejected the asylum applications of certain people, done. We are done. Get out of here. Deport immediately. If you want to do it, you can do it. You don't have to worry about the costs. You don't have to worry about what country will take them. Who cares? Kick them out. Kick them out. It's better for your own population. It does not matter if it's better for that person or not. It's better for your own population. As the government of your own population, you have a responsibility toward your own population. You are supposed to look out for the safety of your own people, for the safety of your own families, of your own people. Nobody gives a shit about those people who do not belong there. Somebody else can take care of it. That's how it should be done. It's time to be rational. It's time to wake up. It's time to stop bending over and allowing them to rape and kill you. That's it.
Erst gar nicht hier reinlassen, so fängt's an. Genau. Asylantrag abgelehnt, nicht konkret. Weg mit diesen Leuten. Wenn Sie es wollen, dann können Sie diese Menschen abschieben. Und ich sage Ihnen, wir werden es tun. Wir werden Straftäter, abgelehnte Asylbewerber des Landes verweisen. Schluss aus, basta.
She's awesome. I love her. Hey AP, wäre doch mal prima, wenn es zu einem Gespräch zwischen dir und Alice Weidel zustande kommen würde. This says it would be amazing if we had a discussion between you and Alice Weidel. The funny thing is, I was actually in the process of arranging something, of arranging a discussion with her. However, I have been told that, understandably, I decided to go to Germany at a very, very difficult time right now, right before the elections. In 10 days, elections. In 10 days, there are the elections. So right now, it's like she's incredibly busy and unavailable. But I have been told by the AfD themselves that she would be available possibly after the elections. So I am probably going to plan another trip to Germany quite soon. I would really love to have a conversation with her. I did, however, have a conversation with another AfD person who is Beatrix von Storch. She is very popular. I had a conversation with her. I have it recorded. I haven't edited it and produced it yet. I need to do that. But I asked her some good questions, and she gave some good and solid based answers. Anyway, so this is the situation right now. Let's see. Any updates here on news? Nope. Here, over here, let's see. Just want to see if there's any updates on the latest numbers. Okay, so 30 injured, some of them severely. 24-year-old Afghan asylum seeker. Let's see. I can read all of this in German, but it would be funny if I could just have this translated. One person was reportedly resuscitated on site, but according to initial information, it was a child. However, several people are in critical condition. Police and ambulances were inside. Eyewitnesses reported that the car drove into strikers at a Verdi rally. Verdi is the it's short for the workers' union that was there protesting. Around 10:30 a.m. at the intersection of Dachaustraße, Königsplatz, both eyewitnesses and the police agreed that the incident was not an accident, but a deliberate act. The car was a Mini Cooper. What apparently happened is that the car approached the place and then accelerated very fast before driving into the crowd. According to the police, only one man was in the car. Immediately after the car attack in Munich, a video shows the arrest of a man. He's surrounded by people and pinned to the ground by police officers. The driver is said to be 24-year-old Afghan Farhad N, who was in Germany as an asylum seeker and is known to the police for drug offenses and shoplifting. So, not only is this person an illegal refugee who has been rejected, not only is this a refugee whose application has been rejected, he is also somebody who is known to the police for drug offenses and shoplifting, but he was still in Germany. He was born in Kabul in 2001. He's said to have come to Germany at the end of 2016, but the Federal Office of Migration and Refugees rejected his asylum application. The Afghan was later granted a temporary residence permit, which meant he could not be deported. Great. Fantastic job. So well done, man. I hope a different government comes in and abolishes all of these atrocities here. According to information from Der Spiegel, N is said to have posted Islamist posts before the crime. There you go. There you go. Even more stuff. And the guy was still here. He was casually just living his life in Germany as an illegal who was rejected, who has drug offenses and shoplifting and posting Islamist stuff on the internet. Until the terrorist attack, they were like, oh, well, I don't know, just let him live here. Just let him live his life. And what's the worst thing that's going to happen, right? There are almost 900,000 rejected asylum seekers living in Germany, 304,000 of whom are required to leave the country but still receive benefits. I can't verify this information right now, but I wouldn't doubt it for a second, considering how dumb these European governments have become. Oh my God.
Oh, they'll bring it in the house.
Oh my gosh.
There is some more interesting footage here. For example, this one here. You can hear something very, very peculiar here. Let's hear it.
Oh shit. Okay.
For those who don't understand, so what he's saying here is he's saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, which means there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah.
Let me go through.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. He says he's doing the Islamic what's it called? The freaking Islamic creed, the Shahada. I testify that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah.
Oh shit.
And then he just repeatedly says, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, like an insane person. He sounds like this. Something like that. Clearly, nothing to do with Islam. It strikes me as possibly a Christian or a Jew. Possibly. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with Islam. It's probably a Christian or a Jew here. Clearly. A Christian or a Jew from Afghanistan. Seeking refugee status. A Christian who converted to Judaism and became a rabbi and also a preacher on the ground here. Absolutely nothing to do with Islam at all. Sitting here and carrying out a terrorist attack, praying to Jesus, praying to Lord Jesus Christ, while also preaching the Torah, being a good rabbi as he is, and saying Allahu Akbar, saying La ilaha illallah.
Let me go through. Oh shit. Okay.
Wouldn't it be interesting to just shut him up when he's shouting like that by just giving him a little... Not gonna say it.
Amına koyayım işte hier gerade und der Wichser oder amına koyayım hat uns mitgenommen. Dieser Bastardmann. Der Hurensohn.
Namen der Platz, bitte zurück!
Ja, der Wichser. Abstand!
What's funny is that the person filming here is actually Turkish. And he starts this out with a very vulgar Turkish phrase. I mean, I guess there are one or two good Turks. He's calling him a son of a whore and says that this guy did it, this whore.
Der Hurensohn.
Namen der Platz, bitte zurück!
Ja, der Wichser.
Abstand!
He calls him a vixer, which is a... Americans don't really say that, but it's a wanker.
Und ne yaptı ya? Bilerek mi yaptı? Ja. Abi şu benim ortada dedim. Der hat mich voll umgefahren. Schau mal die Leute an, die liegen da rum. Bu çocuğu. Bebek arabası var amına koyayım burada. Hier. Bu neymiş lan? Orospu çocuğu bebek.
Yeah, so he drove into... And this is one of the very, very hard things to look at, but he drove into... with full force, with full speed, into a crowd, including running into a stroller, injuring children, adults, children, a toddler, and so on. The latest news right now is still that a toddler is in... His life is in danger. Let me see if there are any updates on the numbers here. Any updates on the numbers? Let's see. The thing is also that today, I think J.D. Vance was supposed to meet here with some people for some meeting. Right now, still 28 at least injured, several of them in danger. One toddler battling for his life. You know, it's always the same. It's always the same. You have Islamists, people from Muslim background, people from Islamic background coming, applying for asylum, and then ungratefully attacking the very people who gave them a right to live, who gave them a second chance. Always coming, attacking and trying to murder those people who gave them a second chance. Maybe people of certain backgrounds and certain nations should no longer receive second chances. Maybe it's just time. Maybe the time has just come to shut down completely any refugee applications, immigrant applications from certain places. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. The Western nations have come under the false impression that you have to accept everyone. No. When is it enough? When the hell is it enough? The irony of this here is 4 days ago, there was a large protest of 250,000 people. Was it really that much? In Munich against the AfD and the far right. Today, another terror attack was carried out by an Afghan asylum seeker. So, same place, same large city, a major protest took place just a few days ago against the right and against anti-immigration policies. Against anti-immigrant policies. And today we have another terrorist attack by another Muslim. There is a term that is currently really very much on the rise across Germany that is called remigration, which has become pretty much common talking point and common policy among not just right-wing parties, but even centrist parties and others, which is the very much needed mass migration of different populations from Europe. And it's time, seriously. It's time. Enough is enough. If it's my nation that goes to something like this, I would wish my government to take care of the situation and to kick people out. That's it. Mitz Van Dyke says, Apostle, don't let the AfD blind you. I'm not blinded by the AfD. I think that certain elements of the AfD go a little bit too far. I know that the AfD is a large umbrella party that doesn't have one single political ideology or orientation. It is a party that serves as an umbrella party for different political ideologies that are all combined together under one party. The main purpose, the main reason why this party exists is because the mainstream political parties have for so long not listened to the German people and have said, oh, shut up, you racists, you lunatics, and so on. And Angela Merkel famously said something about how there is no alternative in Germany. So the people who founded the AfD then came and said, oh, yes, there absolutely is, and we're going to show you. So they started the AfD, the Alternative für Deutschland, the Alternative for Germany. The party 10 years ago was perceived as a joke that has no hope. The media was making fun of it. The elite was making fun of it. Today, it is polling over 20% and threatening to become part of the government or become the leading party of the government. I might not agree with everything that the AfD does, not with everything that the AfD stands for, and so on. But if I was in Germany right now, I would not think for a second I would go and vote for the AfD, because enough is enough. These parties didn't listen. They ignored the German people's concerns. They made fun of it. And here they should be getting their message now from those that they made fun of. The other parties they don't care about the people, which is why they deserve what's coming for them. And I talked to them. I talked to their representatives myself.
Obwohl.
There's nothing about blinding. I talked to them myself instead of listening to people online. I went there. I traveled to Germany and interviewed these people. I interviewed major AfD people. I had private conversations with major AfD people. It only made me think even more that these guys are onto something good. So anyway, point is, Afghan refugee rejected, was kept in the country by an idiotic government, and went on and attacked and ungratefully and disgustingly tried to kill people, the people of the nation that accepted him. Enough is enough. It's just so sickening. Enough is enough. Anyway, I'm going to take a few super chats here and then I will go because I have to go. Please stay safe. Greetings from Ashkelon. Greetings to Ashkelon. Greetings to Ashkelon. New member is me. Thank you so much. Welcome. Stefan Thomas, he was screaming Allah, Allah at arrest me. Yeah, we played it right here. Actually, I want to play it one more time here, just so everyone hears it.
Let me go through. Oh shit. Okay.
That's it. Sarah F. said, check DMs. I see your message now. I'm gonna take notice of that. You sent me a screenshot of news reports that it's just so ridiculous, man. News reports that just say car plowed into crowd. Car. Okay, what car? What was it exactly? Did the car drive itself? Is this how it always happens? Was it a self-driving car? Was it an accident by a self-driving electric car or something? What was it, right? Car hits crowd in Germany. Car hits crowd. Car rams into Munich. German updates. Suspected car attack. The Cars. It's like the Cars movie. Car drives into crowd. It's just ridiculous, man. It's very, very simple. Terrorist drives car into crowd. Islamic terrorist attempts mass murder in car attack. That's it. St. Miles, Germany has gone retarded. Very, very much so. And greetings to you, St. Miles, as always. Kenny Demeter made a super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ein Berliner mit Berliner says, as agnostic, what are your thoughts? It seems not just ironic, but like that God is more and more gives Germany in a state of fogged mind. Solingen was a festival of variety. Mannheim was days before EU election. Now Magdeburg, Aschaffenburg, and Munich are before German elections. I mean, I think I don't have to look for a different explanation, an otherworldly explanation. It's just and I can't really comment on it as an agnostic either. I'm really in between things right now, as you might have learned yesterday. But these are just the natural consequences of having having lots of people come over from Islamic nations. That's what happens. Should be done with this. Stop doing stupid things. It's so ridiculous, like from the perspective of an ex-Muslim, from the perspective of people who left Islam and who wanted to get away from Muslim cultures and Muslim countries. It's really so weird. It's so bizarre. Like, we go into the Muslim world and we are threatened and intimidated and persecuted and hurt and killed and so on. We want to get away from it. We go to better places. We find ourselves in Europe. We want to live like Europeans. And in Europeans, we suddenly find a huge, massive wave upon wave of those very people who made life hell for everyone else in the Muslim world. And Europeans just blindly accept it. I mean, I guess they're not blindly accepting it anymore. Right now, there's a great shift going on, and I'm glad to see it. You made a super chat. Al-Murtad Fuller made a super chat. Thank you. Wait. That's funny. The Uralic tribes. As a Hungarian, I offer condolences to Bavarians. We have much shared history together, both good and bad, but they are dear to us like Empress Elizabeth was. Very, very powerful. Will it 1985, schade, dass diese Terroristen überleben. It's better. You can just give them endless pain after they survive. René W. Asylanfrage abgelehnt, abschieben. Love the German vernacular. It is a wonderful language. Those who hate on German should be put in camps to be forcibly taught German. I'm just kidding. Okay. Hey, St. Miles. Hey, AP, do you think Germany has finally got the memo that Islam needs rooted out of Germany? I want to say that Germans have learned more, but unfortunately, there is still a lot of in Germany. There is still a lot of goodwill. Here's the thing: I don't know how to hate these people or how to blame them, because Germans have learned to be very, very tolerant and very kind and very good and all that, and they just don't want to accept that some cultures are just that you just can't coexist with certain cultures. Lots of Germans are still fooled. Lots of Germans still don't know. I mean, I sat down and talked to right-wing people who still don't agree that Islam is a problem. Then again, I can't really blame them. I went to Israel and heard from Israeli Jews that Islam might not be the problem. It's still unbelievable to me. Like, are you freaking serious, man? Ein Berliner mit Berliner. Did you know there is a channel called Abschiebeminister from Irfan Pizzi? Maybe unofficial channel description. Antrag abgelehnt. Yeah, I think I know that. I think I know that. Neos is great. I connected with Neos when I was in Germany. I think I'm going to do some stuff with them as well. Hamas Saturday 12 p.m. Hope everything goes well. Islam out, AP in, inshallah. Muslims will soon claim the yelling was added. They will. said Heroes Workshop. Shout out to Heroes Workshop. SNHC Boot Boy. The injured child has just died in hospital. I have to check if that's true. Is it? I'm not sure. I still don't see any clear update on whether that is true or not. Please tell me where you got that from, because I still don't see any official update on that. I still don't see any official updates, so I can't say with certainty that that is what happened. So have to check. Search for News, das ist der unglaublichste Fall von Asylversagen, den Sie je gelesen haben. A 20-year-ish old has nearly 100 crimes and is still here. I believe you. I don't even have to check it. I believe you. What the hell, man? Didi, this will help the AfD. It will. Ausländer raus. That's what you said. The max, at the moment, the German government is deporting Yazidis back to Syria. I would believe you. Dorme wieder, jeder, der nicht die AfD wählt, ist mit Schuld am Leid und Tod. Punkt, aus, Ende. Unicorn 1620, that said, whoever doesn't vote for AfD is guilty at the death here. Thanks for all you do, AP. Much love. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Janet, for the super sticker. The solution is more Islam, said urinating broom, not less. Real, moderate, enlightened Islam, which condemns terrorist attacks. Germany needs Mohammed Hijab to teach them. Totally, absolutely. Totally. Drew Traver, Germans need to think like the Polish. Any thoughts on how history made them think differently today? There is, of course, a great thing. The great shift after the Second World War of adopting this extremely we are guilty and we have a responsibility attitude. Yes, World War II, Nazi Germany was a very, very bad thing. But it's just so ridiculous. If your nation did something very bad, it's just like on a personal psychological basis, right? If you did something bad, you would learn from the very bad thing and then move on and improve yourself. You wouldn't get stuck on that bad thing and keep saying, "Oh, I'm guilty. Oh, I have a special responsibility." That's stupid. But Germany has been doing that. There is a very bad aspect in recent history. And Germany has had this whole attitude of like, oh no, we are guilty, we are bad, we have to make everything, we have to overcorrect ourselves. Enough of that. Enough of that, seriously. Drew Traver, Mohammed Hijab would fit well in Germany. That's true. I gotta go. YouTube, don't let me write what I want to write. You're usually right about everything, but Kenneth is right about Bridget. Shut up. Hope you're trolling, because the idea that Bridget Macron is a man is just a ridiculously stupid idea. And it's also ironic that it comes from Kenneth Owens, who herself is a trans woman. Kenneth was born as a man and then transitioned. Irfan Pechi posted a video with you and him in a cab driving to protest. He indicated he was banned from Berlin. Do you know why? Jihadists are okay. He was banned by a gang. That's it. Mosh Cohen, you probably heard it from Jews in Tel Aviv. Probably, yes, I think so. Christian Wolf recently stated again that Islam belongs to Germany. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, Yale, and thank you, Jokerman. The Freemason, Albert Pike's predictions for the Third World War. Any thoughts? First, second went as planned. Third is meant to be perpetual war with Islam. Would look into that. I usually don't buy into such things very much, but I'll check it out. All right, thank you so much. I'll be back soon. I gotta go. I'll be back later with David on his channel with David Wood. Until then, have a fantastic day, everybody, and as always, or for those who don't understand,
stay away from Islam. Stay away from Islam.
Powerful.